Lock in, bro.
Lock in. Alright, crack your knuckles and shit. Crack your knuckles.
Yo, he did not want that. Wait.
Which hero do you think you want to be today?
Nobody on mute, bro. I swear to God.
Alright, what comp are we doing?
Yo, I think we need to play Penny here.
No, Ban's not here. Ban's about to happen right now.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay, what do you guys want,
you're
man?
banished from this
Thing or
match.
Thor? Which one?
Thing.
Okay.
Thing.
Okay. No, nobody else vote. Okay, alright. You can do that.
Yeah, we just need one vote.
Hey, hey, A.M.I, do Scarlet, bro. I dare you.
Shut the fuck up. No. We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Bro.
Okay.
I don't think they're gonna stay true to the gentleman's agreement, though.
Yeah,
Okay. Alright, who's our second
we
win?
knew that would happen. Do we go for
Namor
Thor?
or Thor? Namor or
I don't think Namor's a problem,
I said we
bro.
keep Thor.
Yo, his
Okay.
Namor is not a problem. I'm being honest.
Okay, then who are we banning?
So
Namor's
Bucky?
not-
No, let's do Thor.
Bentor.
Make him play no more.
Okay.
Bucky. Oh, fuck it.
Because Manir's a better Thor. I think that would piss him off.
Yeah, I agree with Jotin, but we can switch it up next game.
We also
I mean,
have Manir,
just
so
Yo,
I say as long as
And they bank group.
Justin, play Loki.
I will.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
I'm gonna play Penny. Is that okay?
Yeah, play
Are we
Ban's
on defense? Yeah, right?
Yeah, we're on defense first.
Stop. Yeah, we're on defense.
yeah.
This is Bucky.
Right.
That's the only problem.
I'm fucking sweating already,
I
bro.
could play Bucky.
No.
Oh, Bucky on Loki, kind of annoying, huh?
He's gonna play Bucky. Who? What's his face?
Let's see.
It's only
You know what I
annoying
mean?
towards the alt. That's it. It's only
Ken-
annoying.
Ken's like-
Look at his
Just
Twitch.
Yeah, I can go Rocket. I can go Invisible Woman. I can go Ultron.
Whichever one works for you.
When I first saw my powers, they were like,
Let me know if you want me to do this. Go
a
fish.
squirrel, and now they're like,
Alright, boys.
"Ooh,
Okay, yo, communicate everything when you
Yo,
die.
communicate everything. Call it out. Yo, I'm gonna call out when your tanks are not getting heals. Like, Arjun, when I see you going in and
Okay.
you're not gonna get heals, I'm gonna call it out.
Okay.
Alright, boys.
Fuck.
We're heavy
You do your thing,
underdogs.
bro. I'm not gonna say nothing to you, bro. You do your thing.
I know the game's glitching right now, but
We're
can-
heavy underdogs,
Oh, no.
but we have heart. I believe we
I don't
can do
wanna
this.
I don't wanna
Okay,
dictate your
hold on,
game.
One of y'all
friendship,
stand here. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. I'm face guarding.
3, 2,
Heal me.
1.
I hear you.
You need
Namor's here.
in its tracks.
Awesome.
Okay, yo, just take care of his tentacles. That's it.
We
He's not good at
need a
headshots.
flyer, bro. We got flyers, bro.
Oh, they have an Iron Man.
Yo, can we get that Iron Man, please?
Oh, yo, I'm backing up. Yo, flyer?
Heals
Yo, we
behind.
can't go.
Got the heals. Oh.
We're behind.
Yo,
We need to get rid of that flyer, bro. Do we have enough damage? Yo, we can't play Squirrel Girl.
Who you want me to play, Iron Man? Or do you want me to go Ultron and try to knock him out? I'll go Ultron.
yo, let me play Iron Man, and then maybe Manir, you play Thor?
Thor's
banned.
banned. Thor's, we just banned Thor.
Thor's banned. Oh fuck.
No,
Who's
just chill. Back up for a second.
We're not doing too bad here. Call your cooldown.
Yo, I'm dead.
Alton.
Bro, yo, we have to get that Iron Man, bro.
Okay.
Loki dead.
Oh yeah, just make sure you say sometimes make sure to say what your character you are, cause like Surflow is saying you ulting, we don't know if you're cloaking dagger sometimes, you know?
Help, I'm dead.
Where?
Get in the more.
Come out.
In the more, he's in his bubble. Oh fuck.
Back up.
Okay.
Yo, I'm dead. Magneto dead.
I overextended. I should have came back quicker.
Okay.
But my ult
Okay,
ended.
well,
Don't even worry, bro.
okay, we have three healers right now.
Yeah.
We're doing 3 healer already.
Better stop that vehicle.
There's no
Jotin, are you mute? I can't hear you.
No, I'm just really well.
Guys, back up.
Okay,
We're
back
dying on my one. We're
up.
dying.
Bro,
Yeah.
it's literally the Iron Man, bro. Can we get that?
Okay,
Iron Man?
yo, you have no tank. You have no tank right
Okay,
now.
I'm gonna focus Iron Man. Just make sure you have someone has a drone on you, because I can't like. Make sure if you have a drone on you, just make sure you're in your teammates. Bro.
Yo, they're pushing up.
They
like crazy.
ulted.
Hold on.
You're in coffee already. This is good. Can you hear me, Arjun?
Yeah. I'm backing up.
Can we kill
Did we get a
Balazs?
single pick, bro?
Nah, not yet.
Yes.
They're really like here, bro. in our face. I'm gonna try to body block for you guys.
I'm dead.
Yeah, their heals are good.
I have ults. Bro,
Yo, let's try to get a healer or something, bro. We got no pick.
Okay, push up, I'm ulting.
Wait, I'm here.
Where the fuck are you, bro?
No more ult got me. They
Oh,
needed that.
fuck. Okay, they just range shield that. Can we kill Rogue at least? Did we get Rogue?
Yo, are we sure about this 3 healer?
Okay, I'll switch off after I use my ult.
Bro, we
have
only
no
have
damage,
one.
bro.
We only have one DPS and he was close range.
We have no range. We have no
I'll
range.
switch off. Let me get my ult off and I'll switch off.
No, I'll switch.
who you-
I'll switch. I just got my ult.
I'm a coke and dagger. I'm ulting. Oh, I'm about to die. Fuck! Okay. Oh.
I'm switching.
I'm
Don't
gonna
switch.
punish
Don't switch. Okay,
Oh, okay.
okay. Oh, never mind. Switch. Okay, I'll play Rock. Yeah.
We're gonna get a kill.
Go punish.
Rogue's
Go
really
punish.
weak.
Go punish.
Alright.
Okay.
come on, Luna.
Yeah, the Iron Man got here.
Luna's dead.
Yo, I meant so weak.
Get
I meant so
Gary.
weak.
Get Gary.
Okay.
Gary
Okay.
dead. Gary dead.
Yo, make sure you're targeting the thing.
Ultin.
Yo, I'm in a 1-on-1 with Iron Man right now.
They have heals.
I'm
I'm
getting
too far. Yo, I have no heal.
Please kill this Iron Man, bro.
Oh,
I'm dead.
Cloak and Dagger ult on point. Cloak and Dagger ult on point. Come back. We're safe.
Yo, calm when you die, bro. You're here.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, beacon back in 10 seconds.
Please get that Iron Man.
Stay alive.
And
They're
they're right
alive, I'm
behind you.
back.
Yo, we're holding it pretty well here. Can we just get that Iron Man?
Rogue ult is behind us. I got my beacon back up.
One more dead.
I got my ult. I'm gonna ult.
Last range.
Oh, I ulted kind of far.
Yo, Iron Man's like 2 shots.
Push up. My ult is in front of the point.
Iron Man got heals.
We got him in a pocket.
Get Luna. Okay, nice.
They kill me.
I don't see Iron Man. Where is this guy?
He's back
Yo.
there.
There he is.
It's fine.
Do we
Win.
have no range players?
We got Punisher.
No,
We're Punisher.
I'm
saying, yo, we need
Oh,
Iron.
say
We need range players for Iron Man.
He hasn't died yet.
Punisher, bro.
We countered well. Like we planned it and we countered. So we're good.
Yo, Punisher, that's your guy, bro.
Okay. Good. Portal behind us. Hey, Luna ulted. Oh, never mind. They didn't. I lied.
Luna dead.
Colorblind.
I'm on point.
Range low. Get Iron Man. Get Iron Man behind us. Still. Don't forget about that guy.
Yo, they went double.
Yeah. Rogue low. He's running.
Yo, okay, Iron Man ran away, but he's alive.
Okay.
He's weak. Good shit.
Alright, I'm putting my beacon back up.
Hold the fort.
Yo, this area is like
Okay, my beacon is right
holding
by.
this shit down, bro.
Beacon is back up.
I'm gonna
Beacon is
need a
back up.
bubble when I ult.
Got you. Let me know.
Yeah. When they all get here.
Iron Man on me.
Yo, let's coordinate it because I'm on cooldown too.
I'm.
You on cooldown right now?
No.
Fuck it.
They're on
Nah.
me. They're on me.
Let's go.
Go.
Get back if you can.
I'm here a little low.
Yo,
Oh my god.
What the fuck happened?
you had the bubble. I have no idea.
I got cooked.
They all focused you,
I saw
bro.
that.
They
What the
all
fuck?
focused you,
Yo,
bro.
you gotta. No one's taking out those.
Yo, get
Fuck. I might die here. Oh no, I didn't die.
No, you're not. No, I got happened. Not yet.
Fuck, I
That's
died.
not good.
Yeah, no, they got us backed up in this corner again.
I'm dead. Fuck, bro.
ski.
Bro, the Iron Man is cooking us.
I'm gonna try fish, bro. I don't think punish not working for me.
Yeah. Go fish. Go fish.
Stop them.
Yo, we
Okay.
need
Okay.
range DPS, bro.
Yeah.
I'm going to more.
Okay.
If you need range
I
DPS, I
think, yeah,
can do.
three
I can do
healers
Warlock.
with Namor would be good. 3 healers with Namor is good.
Yo, Warlock's hit scan.
Okay,
He's
just
pretty good
Each
for me.
healer just pocket someone. Each healer just pocket someone.
Okay, baby. Okay, yo, let's switch.
Next
Switch it.
set.
Okay, makes sense.
Next set.
We can hold this for a minute 30, bro.
Yo, Rogue.
Rogue's dead. Rogue's low. Okay, nice.
Rogue's dead.
Okay, get Iron Man.
Iron Man's hurt.
Get rid of the Namor.
Beacon back
Get
up.
rid
I
of
got
the
my
Namor,
ult if we need it.
Iron Man's hurt.
Iron Man's hurt.
I am ready to put on a show.
Oh, yo, they have their support ult.
Luna ult.
I'm gonna ult back. I support ulted back. Oh,
Back up.
Good shit.
okay, they broke it. This shit's done now. Okay,
Get the Iron Man if you can.
range
He's
ult.
on us. I'm dead.
Fuck.
Who died?
Yo, I'm gonna try to do something.
Iron's back.
Rogue dead.
Nice.
Rogue dead.
I got a lot of them.
Okay.
Get me out, bro. You're wasting
I got a lot of them, bro.
Why did you go that way? You should have went to. You should have went to our spawn, bro. You should have went to our spawn,
He
was
was one shot.
Sorry,
Bro, you should have spit him into my penny minefield.
you should have went to our spawn, bro.
I didn't.
Back up, back up, back
I
up.
didn't know, bro.
Okay, good.
Bro, you have to know where you're gonna go if you swallow them, bro.
30 seconds, 30 seconds.
Okay, that's not good.
Back up now, back up now.
We have no ults to counter this.
Agreed.
I'm beaming her, I'm beaming her, I'm beaming her. Oh my god. Fuck. Oh, she's beaming me back. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck.
Oh, you didn't kill anyone with that?
Nope.
Damn.
Fuck, I died.
And he's dead. Everyone's dying.
Fuck, bro.
Give them another inch.
Do we have?
That's my fault, that's my fault.
Oh no, I'm getting healed.
Fuck. Fuck.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
No.
Can you hold it?
I'm back. I'm back.
Nah, I can't even touch it.
Don't worry, we took it to OT. We made it OT. We made it OT.
We made it
had to win,
OT.
though.
Score is
Ah.
0 to
We held them off literally as much as we could.
Time to switch things up, including which
Alright, do I play
side
DPS
you're
here?
on.
Or do I go tank?
You'll
What
need
DPS are you gonna
which
play?
team to win this one.
I was either gonna play Namor or Moon. Oh no, I can't play Moon Knight. Namor probably.
Okay. We
Go no
can't.
more. Emma, go,
Are we doing 3 healer?
Go dive. No.
No.
Or I don't know. I'm gonna go yeah, or just stay Magneto.
Alright.
I think this is I think this should work.
Okay, back.
Alright, Manir, if you want to switch, we can. I don't mind playing Ultron.
Ultron's not gonna heal as much as Rocket. If I'm
Yeah, we
locked
need more
in.
healing.
If I'm playing this game properly, which I need to fucking be, bro. But then how much healing do you have?
They're
I know
gonna be
it's gonna be a lot more than me,
low-key.
but
Loki dive might not be good. They're gonna be playing Namor on defense for sure.
I have 15,000.
okay. I have 11.6k.
30 seconds before you
That's-
attack.
After 13.
Not enough.
Ready?
I have 0.
But 5 revives is pretty good, I think.
Wait, what are we asking for?
Yo,
I'm just talking about our healing stats.
So then, okay.
Iron Man, that's Guggen.
Okay, no,
Okay, let's
Emma. No, Emma, is there another DPS you can play?
Bucky.
I
Bucky.
try Bucky, bro.
Yeah, if you're better with magic, like, and you're doing more with magic, I would rather you just play magic.
I'm a
You
trolling
have the
already,
team up as
bro.
well.
I'll start with magic. If it doesn't work out, I'm switching off. Especially if it's the Namor fucking me up.
Destination.
More squid, more squid.
I got him. I got Alan.
Oh fuck.
Bro,
Okay.
what's up? Cool of them, bro.
You're back. Beacon 40-second cooldown.
Ah, they got a Captain America? No way.
Yo, we're beating them. We're literally beating them.
Cat back,
Yo,
cat
strangers
back line,
sweet.
cat back line. Behind point. On point. He's chasing me. Okay, don't
That's a
get
cap?
an Iron Man. He's close.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna focus on cap too much, bro. He's not even like.
I got Iron Man.
Yeah, I just need one person to come
Good,
back.
good,
I don't need everybody to come back. But he's gonna stall us for a lot of time. If he
Move up.
keeps,
Let's face guard.
we need to get this guy off the point so we can move it, bro.
Come up, you can get behind me.
Okay, I'm just gonna jump. I'm gonna let you guys handle it. Thank you.
Got him.
Yo, heals.
Got you.
Good shit.
Beacon is
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
Beacon is
move up,
back.
move up.
Beacon back online.
Yo, if you can get
I
me,
got
You just gotta like switch back and
Yeah.
Strange Jet,
Stay close to point so we can move it faster too.
Yeah, on point, yeah. More people on point.
Yeah, move the point. Lock
Tanks
in,
off, tanks
move
off,
the
tanks
point.
get off.
I'm coming out right away.
Tanks get
He's in the
off.
hallway.
Tank, move up. Strange, move up, bro.
You want me to move up?
So now I've done that.
Yeah, move up with the other tank. And then one of you come back. Because we gotta deal with Captain America when he comes back.
Back.
He's already half health. I'm gonna ult.
It's on me.
Survive this fight.
I'm ready to put on a show.
Oh fuck, they're gonna break my beacon.
Light it if you can.
I got Alan.
They broke the beacon. And Iron Man, you might ult soon.
Can you hear me go?
Yo, Iron Man's on me. Yo,
You got ulted, nice, good shit. Oh fuck.
They're chaining ults.
I'm fighting for my fucking
She
life
dead?
on point. Oh shit.
Where you at, Manir?
We're good. I'm behind you.
I'm flanking.
Oh, yo, strange ult.
Healing you. Okay, no
Calling
go.
on my ass.
Okay. Iron Man's still a problem. Rafiki, can you handle that? Oh,
Trying to get him.
fuck.
I got Iron Man.
Nice.
Cap back line. I'm dead. Oh fuck.
Yo, I'm dead. Fuck.
Yo, self,
Okay, it's okay.
You by yourself.
No healers. No heals.
Bro, play life.
You do not have your heals, bro.
Yo, group up.
Okay. Look, might be time for a portal, bro. Actually, nah. Probably too close.
They're back. I hear Iron Man.
Cap slow.
Heals?
I'm gonna have ult.
Beacon back. Oh
Watch
shit.
on the more.
Okay, we're good. Nobody got hit. Push up, push up.
Did he dodge my ult, bro?
He's one, bro. That's so annoying.
Heals?
Come on. I
When you
have
get
my,
the...
I have my ult in a
Oh,
couple
shit.
seconds. Okay, I'm out. Push up, 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 push up. Bend the corner. Oh, he fucking ulted him.
Oh my god, he just killed.
You're back, you're back, you're back. I'm getting chased by range, I'm getting chased by range.
Oh fuck, me and Alan are having our own battle.
Guys, I'm fighting the healers.
Bro, you gotta tell me that shit, bro. You gotta tell me that shit, bro. Guggen, man. You can't be losing. Alan's hiding in the back, bro. You can kill this guy, bro. Oh my god.
Back up.
Somebody die.
Play lane.
Fuck.
12
Fuck.
seconds. Anyone on point? I can point or someone gets on.
No, we have nobody close, bro. Fuck.
I'm going.
No, emissary.
Fuck.
They got last.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it doesn't really hurt.
Pain.
Damn, I really thought we had that.
It's okay, bro. It's okay, bro.
Alright, game 1, bro.
Yeah, they got this. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's gonna be a wash.
Chill, bro. Chill.
Yeah,
Justin,
chill,
Say
chill.
that, bro. After the game.
Yeah, it's just
Hello?
reality.
Oh shit, we're doing like it keeps on going?
Yeah.
Does it keep on going?
No, it doesn't.
How was that? How was that?
That was pretty bad, bro.
We're good warm up stuff.
Who pissed you
Yeah, yo,
off
we're
the
just
most?
stretching stuff. Just stretching, bro.
Just getting the fingers warm?
Who pissed us off the most?
Exactly.
Is that your question, bro?
Yes, that's what
Honestly,
I
just ourselves, bro. Just like, yo, this is just we're not locked in as we
Yeah,
should
not
be, you
even
know?
upset. Yeah, like this was expected, to be honest.
I won't be honest.